I recently picked up this Santoku in Algami Blue number 2, and while it was already really sharp, I've always wanted to achieve that hair whittling level of sharpness, and since Algami number 2 can take such a fine edge, I thought this would be the perfect knife to attempt it on. You can see it just already blasts through this thin magazine paper, so it's not dull at all by any means, even after using it for a few months now, but it's also not really sharp enough to catch a single hair like this and cut it, which is what we're after. Okay, shameless product placement front and center. I will be using my sharpener for this so I can keep a super consistent angle the entire time with this nice knife and high grit stones I'm going to be using. If you're seeing my channel or this sharpener for the first time, it's basically like a freehand fixed angle sharpening guide that I developed and make and sell. I know a fixed angle and freehand is kind of an oxymoron, but that's really basically what it is. It just basically clamps onto the spine of the knife, and then you adjust the nylon balls on either end to set the angle, which is what I'm doing here. There's an angle gauge that gives you a really true readout as long as your work surface and your stone are level. In this case, I'm sharpening at about 15 degrees per side, and with this stone height, that actually has me bottomed out on adjustment, so I don't actually need to adjust these. I just double checked here that it was showing 15 degrees for each side. Starting out here with the Shapton Pro 1000 grit, which is a splash and go stone, so no need to soak it. I just put a little water on here for lubrication. This is a really great stone. I love it a lot. It comes with a nice case and a base that's kind of at an ideal height for the Anystone sharpeners, so it really works out well. The knife is already pretty sharp, so I'm not super worried about, re-profiling the bevel or grinding a lot of material away, which is why I'm starting with 1000 grit here. I'm just gonna kind of let this video go and maybe pop in when I have something to say, but other than that, just let you guys enjoy the sound of sharpening. I'm drying off the edge here to check for a burr. It's kind of hard when the edge is wet, so I always dry it off first. Just making sure that I've developed a burr along the whole length of this edge before I flip sides. At this point in the sharpening, I'm just kind of trying to break the burr off at this 1000 grit stone to deburr as much as possible. So I'm using lighter and lighter pressure and trying to do just one pass per side to work that burr all the way off before I switch to the 5000 grit stone. Here's the Shapton Pro 5000 grit. It's a really fine stone that's going to polish the edge. It's the same process though. You just splash a little water and work one side until you develop a burr, then change it until you flip that burr over, and then alternating passes until you work the burr all the way off. You can hear how fine this stone is. You can't even really hear the stone in action. You just hear the guide running on the countertop. It's like sharpening a knife on a piece of glass. Okay, I stopped here to kind of check progress, see if maybe I was at hair whittling, and I'm not, but the blade is catching the hair a little bit, so we're getting there. So a little bit more sharpening and then some stropping. That's it for the stone, so I'm going to remove the sharpener and start stropping. Some people ask why I don't use the guide for stropping too, and that's for two reasons. First is that my strop isn't the same height as my stone, so I need to either reset the guide to match the angle or set the strop up on something to match the stone height, which is just kind of a hassle. And the second is that stropping seems to be a lot more forgiving than stone, so I'm not as worried about an exact angle match. So it's not super critical, you know, it's not worth setting the strop up to match the angle with the guide. I'm stropping here with Tech Diamond tools, 2 to 4 micron paste and 0 to 2 micron paste on the flip side of the strop. Okay, first sharpness test here. This thing shaves like a laser. There's like no resistance at all. Then paper towel and a kind of damp, messed up paper towel to boot, and it cuts right through that. So I'm pretty hopeful. I'll stop talking now so you can get my live reaction. No way. Okay, we did it. If you want to check out the guide, my website is in the description. If you don't want to check out the guide, that's fine too. But thank you for watching.